What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brian from American Auto coming at you today with a blast from the past. Now, for those of you who have followed my channel for a long time, y'all know this vehicle. It's the one that I started my channel on. If you don't know, we're fixing to pull Rory up here. Yeah, I call it Rory because it's my little girl's truck. And her name is Lorelei. We named her after the Gilmore Girls. Call me what you want to. I really don't care. But that's her truck and she says, Rory. So we're going to pull Rory up here. Well, here she is. This is Rory. This is my 1969 GMC short step. It's a short wheelbase step-side truck, factory. Came with a factory manual transmission. It's been upgraded. It's got a Borg-Warner 5-speed in it now. It's got a small block 355 in it. And I'll show you all that. It's got a HEI distributor setup in it. Assuming, because I don't really know, I'm assuming that's what's wrong with it. So we're going to find that out. We're going to get in there. We're going to find out why she ain't got no fire. So let me get these wheels chalked and I'll bring you guys back in just a second. So she is a little bit dirty under here. But, I mean, she's also been sitting for a while. I've just got the heater hose looped over right here. It is what it is. That's just barely set on there. It's really weird, guys, because it was running fine and then out of nowhere it just quit. I went out there to crank it up because I was going to drive it and I noticed my tack signal started going in and out. I assumed it was something to do with the wiring. But then I took my jumper or my power point and put 12 volts straight to the coil and it didn't work. So that tells me that maybe it's the coil itself that's having a problem. Or it might be the spark igniter. One of the two. But either way, I've got brand new ones on the shelf in there. Because when you own a small block Chevy with an HEI, that's the cheapest part you can get to keep your hands, to keep in your stash. The reason that heater hose is looped over is because the heater core is no good in this. And I've got a video way back from about 4 years ago where I took the heater core out of this and tried to find where it was leaking at, pressurized it, everything, couldn't find nothing. So I put it back in here, hooked the hoses up, and guess what? It started leaking again. So we just bypassed it. I don't drive this truck in the winter anyway. Winters up here are torture on vehicles, so yeah, we don't do that. But outside of that, the truck's all original. I mean, it's really a nice truck. We've been slowly but surely restoring this thing. And my neighbor painted the front half of it and the rear fenders. And then that was it. And then I had to do the rest. So when I took the paint to get it matched, it was off by a little bit. So, that being said, now I have to take all this beautiful blue that's on the front and on the rear fenders, sand it down, and repaint it to match the rest of the truck. Because the rest of the truck, if you'll notice, I'll show you, is a little bit darker. The cab's darker, the door's darker, the bed caps are darker, the tailgate's darker. But, hey, it is what it is. So, we'll repaint the rear fenders and the front and the hood and my paint and go from there. But we are not worrying about that right now. We're gonna figure out why this thing ain't cooperating. So let me grab a Phillips head screwdriver and we'll get started. All right, we're back with a couple screwdrivers. And as I said, I've got it in gear and the wheels chalked so it can't go nowhere. But yeah, once we get this engine back running again, the only thing we've got left to do on this truck is redo the front seat in it. That's it. At that point, I guess we'll start all over. Because ain't that what you do? Alright, let's take the hat off, and glasses off, and get up here and get after it. I think I can do it with just a short guy here. No. Ah! Look my crate. Being short sucks. Alright, let's pop that loose. You want to pop your wires loose first before you get too carried away. There's that, and there's that. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing rust up here and mouse turds. So maybe, I don't know. That's crazy, guys. I guess I might need a little. Well. Oh, that's just crazy. All right. All right, let me go get another screwdriver bit. All right, now I got it. So, a lot of times you'll get these little toolkits that have that guy in it. I never understood what you really use them for. But now I know. To get in spaces like that, you'll want to get you a little bit. It fits right on the end of it. And goo 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 chew. You can actually put your little socket and all in there too if you need to. So, I guess that's what we'll use to get those rears off. Oh. There we go. Oh. Well, can you guess where that one went? It's not magnetized. Now let's see if I can find it. I heard it hit the ground, didn't you? You're supposed to say yeah. Well, where did you go? On a scale of 1 to even, I can't even believe it. I can't find that. Well, oh my goodness. And would you believe me if I told you that's the only long one I've got like that? Oh. Shoo, buddy. Oh, crap. Here it is. I just had to get on the right side. That's all it was. You know what I love about these old trucks? You got a magnet? Stick it to the hood. Well, clean it off first. And then stick it to the hood. And it'll stay there. until you hit it with your head. Hello, carburetor. And then your cap just slides off of there, and you got a ground wire right here. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, you set it back there. Now this part, guys, is pretty simple. All you gotta do is lift that coil up. And yeah. Put your rubber dude back down there. Well, I guess I need to go get a pair of pliers now. Back with my left-handed metric needle nose. Okay? Gotta make sure you use metric on this because it's an, it's a V8. It's an American V8, so you got to use the metric left-handed needle nose for this. And then you slide that guy out, and that guy out, like that, and then just pull her out. 5 seconds to change this. I don't know if this is bad or not, guys. This is only a couple years old. Well, I say a couple. It's about 4 or 5 years old. So, I'll be right back. So as I said before, we keep these parts in stock. This is a Duralast coil. And we're just going to slide that right in there. You know what, for some reason, I want to think this one might be used. I've got a new one in there. But I want to think this one might be used. But yeah, we'll slide this in there. Oh, I know why this one looks used. I put it in the white truck when I thought the white truck was having coil issues, that's all. I mean, you can't really tell the difference in them, other than the part number. P100115. This is A181018. I don't know. I don't think there's a difference in them. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. So, we'll slide this back in. And then if this don't work, then I really need to rewire this truck. But until it runs better, there's no reason to. Okay. Now, that's a new coil. Now we will find out if that fixed it. In just a second. Hang tight. So we put our battery in. Make sure we got, crap, I forgot I gotta fix that. Good. Now let's see if it'll fire up. Okay, so it wasn't that. So it's the next evening, and I did a whole lot of thinking last night and looking up and all that. So we changed the coil, put a new coil in it, was no good. Okay, that only leaves me to believe it's one other thing, which will be the ignition module. This is a brand new one out of another distributor, because those are between $30 and $70 a piece. And if you have one in another distributor that you're not using, get you. Now, it takes, crap, I didn't get the right size socket because it's held in with these two little guys, so hang tight. It's 2/4 inch little bolts. Now we'll set them right next to that. And the other key thing to notice, guys, you always want to make sure you got your white lithium grease for this. It has to have it. No question. It has to have it. Alright. Now, on an HEI distributor, you got 4 little lugs back there that hold it on there. Hold the cap on. That's it. Just 4 little lugs. Let's get some things out of my pockets here. And guys, I really hope this is it, because I really do not want to try and rewire this truck. Okay. Of course, it's on this side. At least this one's held on Phillips head. Okay. Alright, you have to take the rotor button off to get to it. And of course the rotor button is going to fight you too. And the flashlight's going to be right in the way, because that's where you put it. Alright, cap out of the way. Now, like I said, just 2 little screws holding it in there. There's one. There's 2. All right. My goodness. Here's the old one. BDM 1906 2975, and this one don't have any numbers on it, but everything is the same. Let's just hope this is the problem. Shoot, boy, I'm burning up. Alright, and I know y'all can't see this, guys, but you can look up how to do this. Somebody else has got a better video than me. Back over everything that wants to fight you. Make sure you hit it in the groove like it's supposed to be. There's one clamp. There's 2 clamps. There's 3 clamps, and guys, that's enough to test this. I'll get that 4th clamp, maybe, as long as this maybe works. If it don't, then I'm gonna get mad. But that legitimately is about the only other thing I know that would stop this engine from running. And it kind of makes sense because I did do some welding on the exhaust and I did not unhook the battery when I done it. Oh, we got some sparkage. So let's see if it fires up. There it is, guys. It runs. So that was it. Just that little ignition module. So like I said, guys, on an HEI distributor, there's really only a couple of things it can be. My suggestions, if you have anything with a HEI in it, that one I went and took out of the boat because I'm not doing anything with that boat. The one that was in that boat, it was for a 6-cylinder. But it was the same billet aluminum housing, MSD distributor. Yeah. So I just went down there and took that one out. Not this one. This is one come out of the truck. That one's been in there for 5 years. But like I said, I welded that truck on the exhaust. And I guess it shorted this out. Or that got overheated or something. But anyway, y'all see how easy that is to change. There's only 2 bolts in it. Now what I did do when I took the parts out of that other one, I went ahead and took the wiring harness and the extra little diode too, the ground strap diode. Now I've got another one here, but I don't know if that's any good or not. We're going to do a comparison test on them too to see if they ohm out the same, and if they do, then I know they're both bad. But that's a real quick, simple. Oh, yeah, got another fresh cap too. Always keep your extra parts, guys. I know they call it being a hoarder, but it is what it is. So anyway, it's done gotten dark outside. Not a big deal. I'm happy the truck runs. So snatch the keys out of it, hang those up. I'll get this little cage here finished up that I'm working on for a buddy of mine. Have it ready for him because we are going out of town tomorrow. And yeah, so that's going to do it for this one. I hope that helps somebody out. Gives you an idea if you have an HEI distributor on a Chevrolet engine or even a Ford engine or whatever. If you have an HEI on something and it's not running and it's just not firing, but you got power going to your distributor, chances are that's what it is. Just don't do like me and overthink the problem, because that's exactly what I did. Is I overthought the problem. Been doing it for several days now. As long as you got power, as long as you got a constant 12 volts going to your HEI distributor, it should run. If it does not, and you're not getting fire to your plugs, then that means that ignition module went out. So there you go. So I hope that helps. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. I hope this helps somebody, and I will see you guys on the next one. Remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it don't change you. Have a good one, guys.